The meaning of the movie author Orpheus for reading 6 minutes published 11.04. 2019 updated 16.10. 2019 Jordan Peele's thriller, Us, premiered in March 2019. The new J. Peele thriller, We, 2019, caused mixed assessments of critics and viewers. This is a movie for intellectuals who are able to ponder the question, who is a we? The plot of the movie We. 1986. Santa Cruz, or California, USA. Adelaide Thomas, an 11-year-old girl, walking late at night with her parents along the waterfront, at one point finds herself in a strange room. Our days. Adult Adelaide is traveling with her husband and teenage children to Santa Cruz for the weekend. She hasn't been here in a long time, but memories of it haunt the woman for a lifetime. She sees signs only she can understand, a man with a sign, Jeremy, in his hands, the number, 1111, a sign, exit. Familiar places from her childhood do not make her happy, but frighten her. At one point she asks her husband to leave, but he is unwilling to take her childhood fears seriously. And the story that in that room with mirrors she saw an exact copy of herself, only living her own, looking-glass life, makes Gabe smile. Vacationing with the Tyler family does not bring Adelaide any joy, she can hardly tolerate the intrusive chatter of Kitty Tyler. Evening comes. The Wilsons are at home getting ready for bed, but notice a strange family standing in front of the house. Gabe's attempts to chase the strange guests away cause the latter to become aggressive, and they break into the house. It turns out that these individuals are distorted copies of the Wilson family. They're doppelgangers, they're antipodes. They are deprived of freedom and choice, their fate, copying the actions of their prototypes. And as happy as the Wilsons are, so unhappy are the others. Seeking salvation, the Wilsons escape from the terrible house, and in the struggle with Gabe, his double Abraham dies. Upon reaching the Tylers' house, they realize that their friends are dead, the same tragedy happened to them. Having destroyed the Tylers' antipodes, the Wilsons try to contact someone and call for help. Meanwhile, the local news reports that millions of doppelgangers have taken over the country. The Wilsons kill Umber and Pluto, their children's doppelgangers, with the teenage Jason dealing with his clone himself by directing it into the fire. At that moment, Red, a copy of Adelaide herself, appears. She has come for Jason. Adelaide knows where to find her son, he is there, among the mirrors. Here Red meets her and tells her that they are the result of a failed experiment by the U.S. government. They are caught bound, because they cannot interrupt the invisible thing that binds them to real people. Now soulless entities were forgotten in the underground labyrinths, they do not know how to speak, think, feel, live. And only Red was able to prepare them to protest against the terrible and meaningless existence. Realizing the danger of the situation, Adelaide kills Red and saves her son. Leaving the city, the Wilsons hope that now everything will be fine. Adelaide remembers again how she first met Red. It's only now that one important fact comes to light, she was Red, back then, back in 1986. And it was she who dragged the real Adelaide into her underworld and took her place at the top. The meaning of the movie We Are. Jordan Peele worked on the movie knowing for sure that Americans would understand and appreciate his idea. The U.S. government's attempts at total surveillance of everyone and the endless, classified experiments of intelligence agencies have long troubled not only ordinary Americans, but also world society. Ever since Snowden made public what was carefully hidden, this topic has not lost its relevance. Jordan Peele makes you think, who lives next to you, and who are you? Explanation of the movie with a thriller, We cannot be called a horror movie in the direct sense of the word. It is rather some new format for intellectuals who are fond of horror themes. In the course of viewing there are endless associations with horror classics, but Peele does not just copy, he presents seemingly familiar moments from a different angle. For example, those who remember Night of the Living Dead, having watched We, will quickly draw an analogy, both here and there. The city is invaded by zombies, with them the main characters fight, then winning, then losing and dying. But Peele does not show the dead, The antipodes he presents are unhappy entities that do not cause squeamishness and disgust. They do not seek to kill everyone and everything, they just want to live and win their place in the sun. Now let's remember the thrillers Stranger Things, 2007, Paradise Lake, 2008, Eurova, 2013. In these movies, as in We, according to the plot, a prosperous family is attacked at night by those who inspire fear and cause pain. Except in Saw, it's not maniacs or aggressive strangers, but the mutilated essences of the homeowners. There are some classic horror movie techniques in the movie. Suddenly the lights go out, mystical coincidences the main action takes place at night, strange people, or man on the beach, masks hiding faces, or Jason and Pluto. Of course, watching it raises some questions for the director, such as how can the soulless Red raise a rebellion among her own kind? Why is she the only one of millions of beings willing to come out of her terrible imprisonment? And only in the end you realize, she is a real person. The meaning of the ending of the movie We. Throughout the film, the viewer empathizes with the protagonist Adelaide. She is afraid, tormented, trying to protect herself from memories. And the viewer's compassion lasts until the last minutes of the movie, when it becomes clear that Adelaide, or rather Red, is not afraid of anything. She just does not want her secret to be revealed to those with whom she has to live, pretending to be the real Adelaide. The first shots of the movie mention the endless labyrinth of underground tunnels, which are a kind of chain that entangles the whole world. Then, in passing, a glimpse of an action in which everyone must join hands to unite against hunger. As soon as the main action begins, the audience forgets about it. And only the last frames of the movie bring them back to the beginning of the thriller. Only now it becomes clear what Peele wanted to say by showing a chain of people in red holding hands, a chain that stretches for many kilometers. Or maybe they aren't people at all. Write your own meaning of the movie We in the comments. We'll be looking forward to it.